noticed throughout this building, which is very nice, there's little sort of maritime touches everywhere. You have sort of little porthole windows and...
Well, yes. Well, as you know, Brest is a maritime city, and its history is very much linked to the sea. And you'll notice here that even the rooms have all got names of islands. So you've got quite a big room up here, which is Ouessant, Île-de-Bas, Île-de-Bréa. These are Breton islands, and obviously islands that you can go and visit because they're really, really nice to visit. Some of them are quite big. Ouessant's a big island, but Île-de-Bas is small. And so the larger rooms correspond to the size of the island.
How wonderful.
An area for students to come and just if they want to go onto the internet or work on computers by themselves, or just sit down and have a coffee and talk to each other. So. This is the teacher's room. Here, teachers from all the different languages get together. We have our photocopier here. Everyone's got a little cubbyhole where we exchange information, and we keep a lot of our main material here for teaching because it's handy. We have another room, but here it's sort of a lot more. It's not handy for people who want to make photocopies quickly, for English and for French and for the other languages as well. But of course, it's mainly English and French. So here, this is a French group. This is Anne, who is teaching us French. Anne, do you want to say something? Est-ce que tu veux dire quelque chose sur ce groupe?
Donc c'est un groupe de débutants in English.
En français?
En français. De débutants, ils ont le niveau A1. Ce sont des militaires qui sont là pour 1 an et demi. Ils sont arrivés il y a 1 mois maintenant. Et donc voilà, ils passent leur examen dans 2 semaines.
Super, merci beaucoup.
De rien.
Merci.
Okay.
Where are we here? This lovely courtyard. Tell me about this lovely space here.
This is the courtyard again. This is the middle of the building. Again, in summer, students come out here to congregate for their breaks. There's often a badminton game going on in the courtyard. So no, it's a sort of an area to congregate. So this is a room that we have set up just for English lessons. We call it the room, and we decided to organise this room like this last year because we felt it was something that was missing here, to be really in an environment which is English or Scottish or Irish or American, but to have that sort of feel. And so this has been like this for about a year now, hugely successful. Everyone wants to come in here,
right.
Because we've got this part which is more sort of for studying and if we have to write something and so on. And then you've got this part which is a lot more relaxed, where people can sit around and sort of breaks that barrier of the desk, and people tend to communicate a lot more easily. We've got our coffee machine and obviously our tea and biscuits, and so it creates an atmosphere which is quite nice, and it's for small groups though. We would never have more than 6 people in this room.
Good for conversation classes.
Good for conversation classes, yeah. So, and we really emphasise in French as well, the importance of communication. So interacting with each other and getting people to speak. And all the courses are obviously in the target language. So
lovely.
there we are. So we've got books and magazines here as well, that students can borrow.
Patricia, here we have a menu. It looks like a really, really nice French menu. Crépinette de porc, sauce porto. So tell me, what's the eating like here? What happens at lunchtime for food?
Well, we're really, really lucky here because we've got an excellent chef. and the team downstairs are really, really inventive. So they offer a choice of food every lunchtime, which is quite extraordinary. There's always a fish dish, meat dish, and something else. Really, it's like going to a restaurant, a real restaurant, you know, having lunch here. So, and they do try and cater to any special needs. If people really have something, you know, that they want to, they can't eat meat or something, they usually cater for that as well. Here's the cafeteria. In the cafeteria, this is where people come to have their break. Little break in between the middle of the course, and where you can buy coffee, tea, cappuccino, etc. Get some chocolate if you want, and as you can see, we've got a wonderful view from here. You can go out and have your coffee outside. Nice view of the sea, the estuary, looking across to Plugastel-Daulas.
So where are we here, Patricia?
Now,
This
Jane,
is lovely.
here we're in front of the CIEL. As you can see, we've got the estuary in front of us. To the right, Brest, and you can see the Plugastel Bridge there.
Let's go and have a
And
look.
opposite is Plugastel, the peninsula, the Plugastel Peninsula.
Famous
So-
for, I believe, strawberries.
Strawberries, absolutely strawberries, and there's a lovely strawberry festival here in June, and lots of things going on otherwise. No, Plugastel's a lovely place to visit.
Okay, let's go and have a look at the boats.
Nice, isn't it?
Lovely. Give me your favourite island. What would be your hot tip? Where would you go? What's the place you love most
I
around
really
here?
like Ouessant. Ouessant is quite a big island, and there are lots of things to do on it. You can walk, you can cycle, there are beaches. It's just really lovely.
Right.
You can eat their speciality, which is a sort of a ragout, a sort of a stew, but they cook it in the ground, actually,
Wow.
in the turf. So
Really?
that's really amazing. I love going out to Ouessant. Another island that I really like, which is very different, which is the island of Saint, and it's a very small island, and you can walk around it in about an hour. It's also very flat, but I love going out there too because it's just like being in a different world, and it takes about an hour on the boat to get out there, but you just feel you've gone for miles and miles.
Right.
It's a completely different
Yes.
experience. It's called the Island of Women because a lot of these islands are because the men went to sea and the women stayed behind. So.
You're not Breton yourself, Patricia, but this is a part of France that has a very, very particular character. And a lot of people, I think, wonder, you know, what is it that makes a Breton Breton? I don't know, you spent many years here now. I don't know if you could share with us some of your thoughts and what it is that's different about this part of France in terms of the people.
I think the people are very much linked to the culture. Culture is very strong here. There's obviously the language. It's a Celtic language, Breton, which is not spoken now as it was before, but there are still people who speak the language and people who learn it. There are schools, Breton schools, D1. I think this link to the language, to the Celtic culture dancing, fest-noz and fest-days are still very popular, and people of all ages go and dance. I think in Brittany they seem to have kept that sense of being linked to the land and being linked to the past. I think they've manage to keep that link. I think it's very important because families, tend to. I find it very enriching here from that point of view, that people have not lost that link to the past.
Isn't that lovely? Isn't that wonderful? Right. So where are we going now, Patricia?
Now we're going to walk back up towards the CIEL, towards the building. If anyone wants to walk, you can actually walk quite a long way along the coast here. Oh, hello, Puss. Jane, I think you can hear birds singing. Spring has arrived. Look.
It's very, very extensive parkland all around the school.
That's right. And these trees are very, very old and they're actually protected. So we can't cut them down unless given special permission.
Right.